Well, your family's always number one. Brisbane's 96.5. Well, understanding real estate can be a little bit tricky. Virginia Henery from Remax Territory joining us. Virginia, good morning.
Good morning, Ilya.
Now, you've thought about selling the house. Maybe you've thought about it's very long and hard and maybe thinking about putting it on the market. What are some of the things you should consider before you do so?
Yeah, look, there's a number of things that you want to make sure you're clear about before you actually get an agent in. I'd say one of them would be, once you've decided that you're going to put your house on the market, you need to understand that your house now becomes a product. Every buyer that walks through that property is not going to look at it as your comfortable home, as what you've been living in it. You detach yourself from it and it becomes a product on the market.
Virginia, how do you maximise, I guess, the best price for your house?
Well, there's a number of ways that you can do it. One, obviously, is presentation. So there's a number of shows on TV that you can watch. One of my favourite ones, personally, is just Selling Houses Australia. It gives really good tips on how to... You've got to kind of separate yourself from looking at your house as your home and your personal taste and everything like that, and make sure that you declutter your house and tidy up any little bits and pieces that need to be done, paint jobs or things like that. Move your furniture around, and if the house is vacant, maybe even think about getting some furniture put in. All little things like that really make a big difference.
Do you think it's a good idea to sort of sit down and be honest with how your house sort of looks in the market?
Look, absolutely. A great tip that I just heard from a seminar I went to with Andrew Winter, actually, he was just saying, get a couple of people in that you know you can trust their opinions and do actually have good taste in-house, and get them to tell you what their honest opinion of how your house actually looks. Because, you know, when you've been somewhere for a while, you get used to it and you think it looks great, but other people might walk in and say, oh, it's got a bit of a funny smell to it, or, you know, this really is dated, or this might want to be changed. So it's good to get honest opinion, because the buyers are going to walk in and have that opinion of it as well.
Any other tips?
Yeah, look, even if you want to get out and have a look at other houses that are on the market, because it's important to know how other properties are being marketed, because they're your competition and you want to know what you're going to be up against, because your buyers are going to be comparing your property to everything else that's on the market. So it's really important to know what you're up against.
Virginia, what if it comes to the final figures? I mean, do you have to look at every aspect?
Yeah, that's right. Look, you want to be honest and know exactly what you're going to end up with, because the sale price isn't necessarily what's going to be left in your hand. There is cost involved in actually selling your property. Obviously, you've got agent costs, you've got solicitor fees, you've got finance fees. If you're going to get another loan out, you've got to look at removal costs and all sorts of things like that, stamp duty and issues like that. So you want to make sure that you are not going to be left short when it comes to the crunch at the end of the sale.
Some good tips there, and understanding real estate a little bit easier with some good tips from Virginia Henery. Thank you for joining us.
Pleasure. Thank you, Ilya.